we're going to have to
I don't
end
blame
soon
you.
because my computer's about to die. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Mod Squad Horror Show. I am your host, Harley, as always, joined by the fabulous Brandon.
Oh, fabulous, Brandon. I thought she was going to say fabulous Felix. That's even better.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, come on.
Suck
I'm
it,
not getting
Felix.
ready for my intro and everything.
Suck it.
And also the fabulous Felix. There you go.
No,
Felix.
it doesn't mean nothing anymore.
See, now it means a lot less for me. Thanks.
Thank
you
you.
diluted it.
Now both of us are pissed.
Yeah. See? Harley, now you're just pissing everybody off.
Well, okay, I'm joined
I get
by
over
these wonderful people here. There
It's
you go.
true. We weren't acting very wonderful, though. We were acting pretty spiteful and nasty. I'm sorry about that.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Bunch of prima donnas is who you're joined by, is what it is.
And I'm the girl. I'm supposed to be the prima donna here.
Right? Yeah, we're being all like dramatic
We
and
should
shit, emotional.
see you behind
Sorry.
closed doors, though. She's a monster behind closed doors. We slip up or something, she lets us have it.
Yeah.
I cracked that whip.
Yeah. She's like, okay, moving on, dickheads.
Okay, let's start our show off with our sponsors. We have Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios. Guys, scan that QR code right there and go tell Lisa that we sent you. We also have Straka Art. Scan that QR code right there and let him know we sent you. Guys, he just released a new Halloween line, so go check that out.
I like that green ghost face behind you. Where'd you get that at?
From Scott.
That's what's up.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay, we also have shirts. This is
Yeah,
our
we do.
shirt of the month, guys. Go grab that graffiti shirt before it's gone, because once it's gone, it goes in that vault and you can't get it. That QR code for that is right here. Haha, I got it this time.
I'm not even
The
going to try.
opposite of what you think.
Oh, shit, I got it.
Okay, we will start our show off with our first trailer.
Before I
Don't
play it,
Blink.
I have to ask, did you say in your head it's opposite of what I think?
No, I was just, it's right here.
No, actually, I looked at where my phone was, and then I was like, okay, so it's the opposite way of my phone.
It's the opposite.
Yeah. I needed a landmark is what I needed.
Friday the 13th.
Yes, Goosebumps.
That's
Dude, I'm
it.
so stoked.
Where'd it go?
That's it. It was a teaser trailer, I guess.
It's just a little teaser. I thought there was a longer one, though. I think you picked the wrong one.
Blame the Mexican.
I was blaming one of you. I don't know whether or not it was the Mexican or not.
Yeah, because it shows it's already halfway over. I only uploaded the one I was given, so.
Okay, guys. Well, that was a teaser trailer for the new Goosebumps that's coming out on Disney Plus on Friday the 13th. For those of us like myself who grew up on Goosebumps, I am super excited for this.
I still have all of my Goosebumps books from about 25 plus years ago, I guess, when I was reading Goosebumps 30 years ago.
My kids have like just a couple though, but still packed in boxes.
I'm only missing like random onesie twosies. I've got almost all of them, and I still have them all boxed up. And
check it out. You just made me remember. I have pretty much every single Nintendo Power still.
Nice. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That's good shit. But I'm so stoked. I'm stoked because there's a Friday the 13th in October, which is bitchin'. Friday the 13th has always been one of my favorite dates. That's like a holiday for me. I'm a huge Jason
Friday.
fan, so anytime there's a Friday the 13th,
What's
I
coming out
I
that day?
celebrate it. It's like my Christmas almost. Like I go all out. So I can't wait. Yeah, I'm super stoked. And this year on Friday the 13th, the wife and I are going to watch the original uh, Joe Bob's Friday the 13th marathon that was on Monster Vision about
God,
25 years ago when
that
I was like
yeah,
13. We're
that's
gonna
what's up.
go back and watch. He showed like 5 of the Friday the 13th movies or 6 of them, and it went all night. I remember it was so cool. So we're gonna revisit that and watch it this
That's
Friday
what's up, man.
13th. Yeah.
Moving on to our horror weekly news. From Bloody Disgusting. Saw X, the official Saw blood drive, returns this Halloween. Okay, guys, this was a tradition from that has started back in 2004 when the first Saw movie came out, and it lasted until about 2009.
Yeah, I think
Everybody
they
who
stopped after Saw 3D, maybe, or Saw 6. Somewhere around there, they stopped doing it. But I remember they did it every year.
everybody who donated got a free movie ticket for donating blood. They got over 100,000 points for
That's
people
what's
who
up.
donated blood. So they are expecting to do this again on Halloween this year.
That's so cool.
So you guys, if you go donate blood, you will be getting specifically for this event. You'll get a free movie
I
ticket
re-
for Saw X. And I
That's
Yeah.
got a
what's up.
couple posters for this.
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
some cool
shut
shit
up.
out of it, and you possibly save lives, which is pretty dope too. Thanks, Saw, for saving lives. See?
That's what's up. Isn't there more?
Saw saves lives.
These are
Yeah,
pretty
there.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Dude's ripped.
And speaking of Saw,
Brandon's all
He
speaking
was
of
ripped.
Saw,
and their
I
posters.
I have 2 new posters for you guys also.
Ooh, I've seen one of them. I hadn't seen that one. That's so
That's
cool.
pretty awesome.
I
And
heart Saw. Love it.
I heart.
I heart Saw.
Ah,
You get it, Brandon?
I get it now. I saw this one. This is cool. The Mayan
Symbols.
calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes place
But
in Mexico.
pretty awesome.
They got clever with those posters, man.
Yeah.
I've always loved the Saw posters. They've always been super creative and fun. I
Yeah.
love a
After
good
every
movie
movie, you
poster.
want to know
That's one of
what the
my
next
favorite things.
poster was
Yeah,
going to look like.
yeah, yeah. I can't wait for that.
From Bloody Disgusting. Winnie the Pooh. Blood and Honey 2. First images from the slasher sequel brings that yellow bastard back to life.
uh,
I've got those
I haven't
posters for you guys.
This
I
came
haven't
out
watched the
so
first
freaking
one.
fast, man. I didn't
Yeah.
even watch the first one either.
Well, it's because like the budget on these is
So
beyond
low. Yeah.
microscopic. Like I've heard nothing but
It was
terrible things about
horrible.
that
It was
first movie.
horrible.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard it's absolutely terrible. I'm
Like,
surprised from hearing how
look at
bad it
these
was. I'm
pictures.
surprised it's getting a sequel, but
What is that
I'm
supposed to
also
be?
not.
These are the pictures that they're
These are
showing.
the early
That's what's
Images.
released
up.
images, yeah,
Images, yeah.
from the sequel that's coming out.
Like,
Is
you can
that
still
Piglet back
tell
there?
it's, yeah, Piglet's back
Yeah.
there.
I think I like that one, man. He's all pimped out, just sitting on the chair.
I
Yeah.
mean, you could tell it's going to be another low budget
And I love
movie.
Oh,
low budget, but
definitely.
there's a big difference between low budget and just putting
No
out
budget.
utter crap. And that's all I've heard about that movie. But I might need to judge it for myself and see it one of these days soon.
I
Same
wasn't a
here.
fan
I
of
want
it,
to see
but
it, but it's like one of those, if it's on Netflix or something where I don't have to pay and it's right there and I'm bored enough to watch it, then I'll
Yeah.
do it.
from Bloody Disgusting. Total Killers meet Blumhouse's new slasher villain, the Sweet 16 Killer.
Totally killer.
Okay, so the slasher comedy Total Killer is on its way from Blumhouse. It's and Amazon Studios.
Anything from Blumhouse, I mean, he makes everything for 10 million tops,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
always make their money back. So,
yeah.
um,
They do
anything
pretty
from
good.
Blumhouse, and they're
Yeah,
decent too. A lot of them are
yeah. They
clever,
usually
which is
do.
what I like
They're
about them.
usually lower budget. Um, definitely have the creep factor for the most part, and they usually make pretty good money off of them. It's not one of those like blood and honey micro budget crap fest.
Well, it's Sweet 16 Killer is described in press release as a frightening, fresh new face joining iconic villains. Its release date is October 16th. I mean October 6th on Prime Video with a rated R.
Okay. So they're
Check
trying
it
to make
out.
trying to
There's
make
going to be a
a new ghost face or
franchise.
a new yeah, they're trying to make a new
It
it killer.
says
Anarchy,
it's
Purge, the Purge kind of. I'm
Mm,
feeling from it.
it
hmm
says it's going to be bloody, violence, language, a lot of language, sexual maturity, and
Oh
teen
yeah.
drug and alcohol use.
Yeah, fuck them
Sexual
teens.
what? What does that
Oh,
mean?
sexual material.
Oh,
What does that
material.
mean?
Okay.
Sexual material. You
Probably
don't know?
Like
some unruly teens having some premarital sex, and then dude comes in, fucking hack and slash style, and pins him up against the wall or some shit.
with the yeah.
Sexual sexual material.
So it comes out October 6th on Amazon Prime. Go check it out,
Sweet.
guys.
That's soon. A
Might be
month
worth
away.
watching
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I'll
it's
check it
from
out.
that's
Blumhouse,
something I check out definitely this month. Next
especially
month.
since it's spooky season. Why not?
Love spooky season.
From Bloody Disgusting, The Crow. Lionsgate acquires domestic rights to Bill Skarsgård reboot, expected in 2024. I don't know
Man,
how I
I'm so
feel about a
I
reboot
know.
from The
I don't
Crows
know.
because
I think everybody feels that way. Like
I
we all
think
love Bill
Bill
Skarsgård.
Skulls. Yeah, that's why I think they
Like,
picked him is because he has a big following,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I
He's
think if anybody can do it, he may be one of the very few. But that's just my
yeah.
thought.
But I love The Crow. I even like a couple of the
exactly.
sequels, but The Crow is such a classic movie. I watch it almost every year. I'm fine with a reboot as
You are.
long as it's good. Honestly, like if it's a reboot, like I'm willing to give a reboot a chance. I don't hate movies just because they're reboots. Like I'll watch it, and if it's a shitty reboot, I'm be like, you shouldn't have made that. Like why did you make a shitty reboot? Like if you're gonna make a reboot, especially of a classic movie like that, you better be bringing something special to the table
Yeah.
because you got a
I mean,
lot of people
honestly,
already on the fence.
honestly, how many reboots that they've made? I mean, there's very few that has actually turned out to be good. Like they've
Yeah,
had
but I
some
mean,
really bad reboots.
they don't even
Well,
have to
that
be good for me to at least find something to enjoy from them.
But this is a
that's why
classic.
lately they're
That's what
starting to
Yeah.
do the semi reboot type thing where they reboot it but still have some of the originals because some
Yeah,
people
so
are like that with the
like a legacy
originals.
sequel.
But
Hmm.
this one, I think not only the movie but what happened to him
Yeah,
is what makes everyone feel a certain way about it.
yeah.
And I agree, and I'm there with you. Trust me, I'm in the demographic that loves The Crow. But I think Bill Skarsgård can do something with it. So I hope.
we will just have to wait and find out. Okay, guys, our second trailer tonight is Thanksgiving. I have a poster that they released a couple days ago, and we were so hoping that they would release the trailer before we recorded. So I'm
And
going to
they
show you
did.
the poster that we got, and then
Mm.
we will show you the trailer.
I think Harley's like the poster's gonna drop tomorrow, guys. Watch, and it did.
Yeah. There will
That's
be
what's
This
no
is
up.
leftovers.
this is the poster, and I was like, okay, if they drop this tomorrow, we're gonna use this as our trailer. And sure
Yeah,
enough, they did.
sure enough.
Thanksgiving is a time for appreciation.
I don't think they've
It's a
made a
time to
Thanksgiving
remember our
horror
many
movie, have they?
blessings,
Good. I
to celebrate
probably
with the
some
ones
B
that we love the
movie,
most,
Black Friday.
and it's time for all families to be together.
Eli Roth did this too, which is also makes me excited for it.
So
Oh my gosh!
Well, Black should do
Let's see.
yes.
Oh my god, I love him.
Yeah, he's so good. I cannot wait for this movie. I've been wanting Eli Roth to make this Thanksgiving movie since Grindhouse first came out, right? So this was originally, like I'm sure you guys know, a lot of you know, this was originally a fake trailer during Planet Terror and Death Proof, and then what is it? It's been like friggin' 20 years later, almost, however many years, 15, 16, 17 years later, he's finally making a full length Thanksgiving.
it. It
I'm
looks
so
good too.
excited. That trailer looks so good.
And I'm excited for the actor that they showed at the end. He is on
Yeah.
Suits, and I just love
Oh,
his act, how he acts and everything. I love that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, looks great. I can't wait. And I'm a big Eli Roth fan. The dude knows his horror.
Same here.
It is now time for the spooky part. Our ghost stories are urban legends. Brandon, this is
All right.
all you.
This is all me. All right.
I'm gonna step
So
away for a
when
second.
when I found out today that I was going to be doing the urban legend ghost story segment, I started looking because I love urban legends. I love ghost stories, and I know there's a lot of them out there, but I found one that's actually fairly new, and I don't know that a lot of people know about because it only started circulating like within the last couple of years. So it's called the 1962 Halloween Massacre. Now this picture started circulating around the internet a couple of years ago, and as you can see, it depicts some old fashioned Halloween costumes from the 60s, early 60s, late 50s. And you
Not
can
to
see like
interrupt, dude, but
they're
they look spooky as F, don't they? Look at the guy
yeah,
with the eyes on top.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like costumes back then, like they were cheaply made costumes, that usually just plastic vacuform masks that people would go out and buy at the penny store, for really cheap. But they're super freaking creepy looking, right? So,
Yeah.
anyways, this picture started going around the internet with a story attached to it. Now, the story goes that the man in the black mask in the middle, right? This guy right here. The story goes that uh, on Halloween night in 1962, there was this Halloween party, this costume party, and the guy in the black mask there, presumably, he locked all the doors uh, from the outside to this Halloween party where they were throwing this party and tried to kill all people inside the party. He ended up killing 7 people at this party using a kitchen knife, and then he disappeared and he was never found. Uh, the mask reportedly was found a few years later, uh, and in 1969, and the FBI are currently have that mask in custody. Right, so that's the story that started going around with that picture. When you start to dig a little deeper into it, you discover that the story's bullshit and it never happened, right? But that's how most urban legends start. They
Really? I
start
was all
with with some with
this for
some
some reason this picture looks familiar. I've seen it online a
yeah.
handful of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. So the picture was going around and somebody got creative and decided to make up this story about it. And it spread like wildfire. A lot of people really believed that this happened. This 1962 Halloween massacre happened. But if you start to dig a little deeper, you'll find there were no mass murders on Halloween in 1962. Like that's something that I think that most of us would probably have heard about at some point.
Yeah.
So the murders were reported across the U.S. on Halloween of 1962 that matched the details written underneath this picture. So yeah, on Halloween 62, there was a costume party. The man in black mask locked all the doors and tried to kill everyone. Ended up killing 7 people and disappeared. So of course it never happened. It was a hoax. But that just goes to show like how like urban legends start. You know, somebody
Yeah.
just gets an idea, a creative idea, or you know, some of them stem from real things. But all it took was that creepy ass picture of some old, you know, Halloween costumes from the early 60s, and somebody was like, man, that looks like it could be from a horror movie. Segueing into, apparently, I just found this out while researching this story, this urban legend. There was a horror movie made based off of this urban legend. Now, this urban legend is fairly new, so this movie actually just came out this year. You can find it on Tubi. This is the poster for it. Looks pretty bitchin', you know, 1960
Yeah.
Halloween Massacre. From what I've found about the movie, I looked at like the IMDb page, and it sounds like it's your run-of-the-mill, low-budget, found footage horror movie. You can find it on Tubi. I love Tubi. It's a great place to find low-budget horror movies.
Yeah.
They've got some really, really good horror movies on there, if you don't mind watching ads every once in a while. But yeah, if you guys want to check it out, they made a horror movie out of this urban legend, the 1962 Halloween Massacre.
I gotta ask, man, how far were you into looking into this that you found out it wasn't real? Or did you find that out off the bat?
About so basically I Googled, because I didn't have a whole lot of time to come up with something, so I just Googled urban legends. There's a list online that you can go, and it has them in alphabetical, and I started at the 0 through 9, right, the numbers, and it popped up 1962 Halloween Massacre, and I was like, what is that sounds cool. So I clicked on it, and it gives you the story, the urban legend, and then of course towards the bottom it says this is in fact a hoax, it never happened. I was like, man, that was pretty cool. That would have been cool if it did happen. Of course, you know, I don't want people to get murdered, but if it happened, you know, 50, 60 years ago, so be it. But
yeah, it segued into the movie, so we got that.
Yeah, so fortunately or unfortunately, it didn't really happen, but it's still a cool story, and it's an awesome picture. So the truth behind that picture is it's just a picture from some random Halloween costume party from the 60s that somebody came up with that fun urban legend to tack onto it. And a lot of people believed it. And I think Snopes did an article about it, you know, saying that it is a hoax. It didn't really happen. They investigated, you know, there were no mass murders reported in 1962 on Halloween, or the FBI does not currently have that mask in their possession. It's just a fun story.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Time for our horror rewind. This week it is Rosemary's Baby. It is a 1968 American psychological horror film written and directed by Roman Polanski, Ira Levin's 1967 novel of the same name. The film stars Mia Farrow as a young, soon pregnant wife living in Manhattan who comes to suspect that her elderly neighbors are members of a satanic cult and are grooming her in order to use her baby for rituals.
Classic. 7? Here you go. Originally, the smallest apartment was a 9. They've been broken up into 4, 5s, and 6s. This room, for instance, it would make a lovely nursery.
Oh, it's a wonderful apartment. I love it.
Let's have a baby.
Really? Congratulations.
Penny Castellan has a herbarium. I'm going to have her make a daily drink for you.
You're pregnant.
Are you aware that the Bradford had rather an unpleasant reputation around the turn of the century?
Awful things happen in every apartment house. She seems so happy and full of... She said wonderful things about you and your husband.
This is for you from Roman and me.
Sometimes I think they've
I vaguely remember this movie from back in the day. For some reason, my sisters used to watch it.
I'm so afraid Meg's gonna die.
Pain like that is a warning that something isn't right.
They're not setting foot in this apartment ever again.
What about what's fair to me?
There are plots against people, aren't there? Well, there's one against me and my baby.
If you say anything more about witches or witchcraft, you'll be forced to take you to a mental hospital.
I haven't flipped up that.
Patches, Dave.
He told the doctor to make sure that you got the room that was on his desk.
Read what they do, Guy. They use blood in their rituals. Monsters.
You're lying! You're lying! You're lying!
What have you done to it?
This was back when they didn't give away a lot, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. Do you remember this movie, Brandon?
I do. It's been a while since I've watched it. It's very much an art film, as you can tell. Like it, but I do remember like it definitely has some creep factor to it, and it's from what you said, like 1968. So I mean that type of movie back then was a huge deal. I mean, that was one of the scariest movies ever made back in the day. Whether or not it still holds up, I don't know. It's been years since I've watched it.
Does it end with her like in a trance and repeating the words Johnny's Penis just over and over again? Because that's what sticks out to me.
Oh God, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I watched it.
Okay, well, that is it for this episode of Mod Squad Horror Show. As always, guys, we have shirts. This is our shirt of the month. Also, go check out our community where we have prizes and giveaways and lots of awesome stuff going on in that community. Scan that QR code and go check us out. As always, go check out the Daily Dank and the Back to the Retro Review and the Last Podcast You'd Want and all of our other shows. You're watching the horror show right now. Go check out the movie show, the gaming show, the wrestling show, and we go live every Saturday night with giveaways. Well, that is it for this episode. For Brandon, Felix, myself, and the entire Mod Squad, see you in your nightmares.
See ya.
Guys, it's Kevin again. I just wanted to thank you for watching the video. If you like that content, make sure you check out this one right here.
You guys, you don't want to watch that one. Watch this one right here.
That one's good, but come on, let's face it, this one's better.